Let's do a speedrun review of all the books I read this year. They're stacked in the order that I read them, so yeah. Hello my sirens, and welcome to this review video. Okay, let's run through all of the books that I've read this year so far, slow reader edition. Starting off with the book that I do not have in my possession because it was someone else's book that I borrowed. And that would be Butcher and Blackbird. Damn. I usually strictly stick to fantasy romances. That's just my favorite genre. It's just what I like to read. This, however, was amazing. It is a serial killer romance, and you should 100% read it. There's actually like a trilogy. I believe there's 2 other books that I still need to read, but we'll get to that. The love story is a little drawn out, I won't lie. Didn't expect that, but overall, chef's kiss. Sensational read. Would recommend. Next up we have Hooked. Now, I didn't know anything about this book going in other than the back of the cover, and again, usually stick to fantasy romances. This is not. This is also like a, I guess, dark romance vibe book. Really good. I didn't realize how much hate it got till I went to review it online and then saw all of the absolutely slandering reviews on it. Can't relate. I thought it was great, honestly, and I would definitely say give it a read. I just think that it was everything that was expected of it to be, and I loved that. Yeah, he was bad. That was the point. We like him bad, so you know. And the rest of these will be fantasy romance books. So let's get cracking. Okay, Blood of Hercules. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with this book. The second one just came out as well, Bonds of Hercules. I've already got it, already read it. I'm crying because I have nothing else to read from her series now, and I really need to know more immediately. Okay, so it definitely gives Loki a little bit of like Wattpad energy, but I'm so here for that, to be honest. You know, I love it. The storyline, though, is immaculate. Her balance between like gritty, gory violence and like a really intriguing storyline while layering in thick romance. Oh, it's great. It is really well balanced, and I love that. And Bonds of Hercules, the second one. Adrian is reading it at the moment, and he's already past halfway because he is loving this as much as I did. An amazing sequel. Reading a really good first book in the series is so daunting for me these days because I get really scared that the sequels won't match the same energy. This matched it tenfold. Like, I love this book so much. Really, really good book. Was worth the wait. Next up, Immortal Dark. This bad boy is a vampire romance, and oh my god, is it juicy! The author is really creating a very interesting world and like character dynamics and things like that. There's so much interesting stuff that I'm just like really hooked into the second book that is coming out very, very soon. So I'm really excited for that because I want to get my hands on it so bad. My only downside to this series, like this book, the main character, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of her until like the end, and I really liked her by like the end of the book, but like she's just not my type of MC that I like to read about, you know what I mean? I don't know, but that's just my personal preference. I liked her by the end of the book, and I'm really excited for the second book because I think it's really gonna explore a bit more in depth of like her potential as a character, so I'm excited about that. The love interest though, yes. Yes. The next book, The Book of Azrael. Now, I DNF'd. Did not finish. The hard thing with this book too, though, is that there's not, like, it's not bad at all, and so many people rave about it online, which is why I caved and got it. You can see where I got up to, and I had to stop because I was just forcing myself to read it to like hope that I was going to get hooked at some point. For me, I need to get immersed and I need to get hooked into the story and not feel like I'm reading. If I feel like I'm reading, it kind of doesn't really do it for me. You know what I mean? So the characters are cool. The world is cool. Yeah, I just think her writing style is a little bit difficult for me to read and really get immersed in. And I think that's all it really came down to. So, didn't finish this one, but I have heard really good things about it. So, I mean, you should definitely give it a shot though, because I think there was a new one just released as well. Like, there's a few in the series. So, oh my god. Serpent and the Wings of Night? Say less. Say less. This is a vampire fantasy romance, and did I enjoy this book? Delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's so well paced to me, and I think it's so interesting. I love a bit of violence and a bit of gore in my fantasy worlds, you know, in my reads. I love when things get spicy and when things get bloody. So they hit both. They hit both with this one. So amazing that I smashed the duet right afterwards. I did have to wait like a week or two because this was sold out like everywhere. Like they didn't have more copies printed locally or anything like that. So I put my name down, and once they got new stock in, I immediately got my hands on it, smashed it. It's red. Delicious. Like, it's a duet, and then there's like, I believe, 2 other sets of duets like with the series so far, and then I've got the 2 extra like novella stories that go along with the world. I'm so excited to read the next like duet because I know who it's about with the series, but this duet was so perfectly done, and like she could not have wrapped this up better. She could not have. Perfection was reached. Let's be so for real. Just incredible. I give you Quicksilver. Now, this is a big book. This is chunky, which is the only reason that, and it has a face on the cover. I don't do faces on covers. The only reason I actually bought this was because I knew they were going to make it into an adaptation, like a movie adaptation. And I was like, cool, I want to check it out. And then I heard like a lot of great reviews about it. There's actually a lot of negativity around this book. I don't understand why. Can't relate. Again, the size of it and that there was a face on the cover kind of put me off wanting to start it. I really wish I hadn't, because I devoured this so fast. Amazing. Literally amazing. The main character, love her. Girl after my own heart. Can't even deny. She's so well done. The love interest? Yep. It is great. The other characters, the world building, the storyline, just hats off. This is an incredible book, and I am so excited for the second one, which is also coming out very soon. So hell yeah. And then the last book on the list so far is Phantasma. Now, this is a much smaller book in comparison, but I'm actually having a really hard time reading it fast. So I'm like around about halfway, close to halfway. Yeah, I'm close to halfway. And I am struggling to like get fully immersed in it, which is really annoying because it's all the things that I love. Like trials, witchcraft, like phantoms. It's all the really good things. I love the characters. I love how they're written. I love the aesthetics of the world and what's going on. And I think it's just going to like pop off from here on out, to be honest. But I did pause it to like read Bonds of Hercules because it got released and I was not waiting. So I did temporarily pause this. So I haven't actually finished her yet. But again, it is all the things that I really love in a book, and I am enjoying it. Just I'm struggling to get as immersed as I have with like majority of the rest of that list. But overall, I definitely think it is worth reading, and so many people rave about this book, like so many people, which is the other reason why I wanted to start reading it, because everyone says really good things about it, and I do agree with them. I think it is great. But yeah, I'm just struggling to get as, I guess, immersed and like forget that I'm reading, if that makes sense. But it's definitely got a lot more things that are hooking me than like the Book of Azrael did, so hence why I'm gonna finish this one. So there you go. There is my slow reader edition of all the books that I've read this year so far and what my thoughts were on them. I would love to hear yours too, though. Let me know which ones of these you've read or which ones I should add to my TBR and read next. I would love your support with a like to this video to help it reach other people that will also enjoy my content. And if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you next time.